How's it going, guys? I'm introducing you another But First Coffee. It's been super long since I've done these. I'm trying to get back into it. No, I'm going to get back into it. Just been really busy with a bunch of other stuff, but it's something that I really want to get accomplished, something I really want to do for you guys. But for those of you who are now just joining me or have never seen these videos, But First Coffee is essentially a question and answers video with me, basically questions on anything that you have within life, things you need help with, things you're struggling with, advice, anything, tips, anything that you may need help with. I answer the questions the best as I can in order to help you guys. So without further ado, but first, coffee. Unfortunately, it's 9:15 p.m. on a Sunday, so I'm not drinking coffee, I'm drinking some water. So, yeah. So, the first question today is, what are some suggestions on how to deal with your family being angry or upset that you're now considering grad schools far from home? So, a lot of times when we are deciding on schools or maybe a new job or any kind of basically venture within our lives that require us to leave family or friends behind, be far distance from them, whatever it may be, a lot of times our family and friends make us upset or angry that we're deciding on those decisions because it further distances us from them. My biggest thing is if they are angry or mad that you are considering a grad school that's further away, further for them, I think the biggest thing is you got to figure out why they are mad or upset with you. I would say it's based on fear. They fear something. I would say you provide something to them or something in the family that is very important to them that you may not realize. And I think it's a situation where maybe you need to sit down with them one-on-one and explain some things. Maybe figure out, all right, why is this, why are you guys like upset that I'm doing this, or what's scaring you guys, or what's my role in the family that is so important that if I leave, things may change. I think it's a big understanding, and a lot of times when we're in relationships, whether it be with a significant other, business, friends, family, whatever it may be, and we have people who are trying to pull us back from doing things, it's a fear thing because you give them something that they can't provide for themselves, and by you leaving, they fear that they will, somehow not be as successful or not be able to, carry on without you in some way, shape, or form. So I think the biggest thing is try to figure out what that is, and once you figure that out, see how you can bridge the gap for when you're gone and away, and see if you can come to an understanding on, something that you guys can agree on. Next question. This was like a relationship question. How do you retain your independence as a man or woman while being in a relationship or while getting into a new relationship? So a lot of people, when they get into a relationship, they're all devoted to each other, they want to spend time with each other, spend money, cancel plans, spend time away from family and friends in order to be with that person, whatever it may be. So a lot of people struggle with retaining their independence or and not get so caught up in the other person that they're dependent on them for other things. The biggest thing, the most important thing to retain your independence is basically you need to have a balance. You need to have a balance of when you hang out with them and when you don't hang out with them, when you talk to them, when you don't talk to them. And a lot of people, will take all their free time, every free time that they have, and devote it to that person. And that's cool in some ways, but in many ways it's not good for you or them. Because eventually what's going to happen is you'll create a dependency on each other and you won't be able to grow as a person and stay independent. So the biggest thing is creating a balance. I would say the second thing would be try to involve other people when you guys go out and do events. So if you guys want to go out for lunch or go out to dinner, you maybe bring a couple of friends along, or if you guys maybe want to go see a movie, maybe invite a couple of friends or other people in relationships, so you're not completely fulfilled within that person. You have some kind of dynamic relationship where you have a little bit of mixture with who you're hanging out with and stuff like that. Another big thing, stay independent, would be keep time for yourself. A lot of times people, like I said, when they get in a relationship, they take all their free time and put it into that other person. If you aren't spending time by yourself, you're not going to grow. You're not going to be able to rely on yourself for certain things. You're not going to be able to stay emotionally connected within yourself and who you are and stuff like that. your morals, values, emotions, and all that stuff is going to get intertwined with someone else, and you're more than likely going to deviate from what's really important for you. And like I said, there's certain times where that's good, that you get involved with someone else and learn other things about yourself and that other person. But at many times it can be toxic to you if you are not investing in yourself, and that's super important while being in a relationship. Stick, with yourself, or give yourself alone time from time to time. It's very important. Next question, that will be the last question for the day. What do you believe it takes to acquire the most success? All right, so first and foremost, success is whatever you define it to be. I can't define success for someone else. Someone else can't define success for me, and many other ways. Like, success is how you define it. So that's the first thing. Define whatever success may be. It could be money, it could be just happiness, it could be traveling, it could be having a lot of friends and family, it could be, it could be anything. Success is how you define it. Once you define what success is, figuring out how to acquire the most success with whatever, how you feel about it. I think the biggest thing is good work ethic and patience. If you can have those two things, you're going to be successful in whatever you do. Working hard day in, day out with something you love to do, or something you really enjoy, or something that's important, is going to help you drive and basically get to wherever you want to be, wherever your goals are at. And then patience. Patience is super big. And if you're not patient with, whatever successful endeavor you're chasing, you're going to eventually, sabotage yourself. You're going to, quit really early. You're going to find excuses to not do, the certain task at hand because you think it's not going to be, worth it in the long run. But you have to be patient. Patience is so big. If you work hard at whatever it is you want to do, and if you're patient with achieving the goal, eventually those things are going to help each other, and you're just going to find success. So that's my two biggest tips with acquiring the most success: hard work and patience. So this concludes the first coffee. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was really short for the day. Only had a few questions, and I'm kind of crunched with time. Like I said, it is Sunday night, and the Starbucks closes soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys aren't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. If you like the video, hit like at the bottom. And if you have questions, please comment questions, DM me questions, whatever it may be. Like I said, I want to answer questions on anything: relationships, money, sports tips, whatever it may be. I give my best advice. It's not always the right advice sometimes, but it's basically my way of trying to help you guys in whatever way I can. So I appreciate you guys watching this, and I'll catch you guys in the next. But first, coffee.